In this video, we're going to cover diagnosis in elementalClinic. And we'll start from the client homepage, move one tab to the right, and click on Clinical. Once the Clinical tabs come up, we're going to move down and click on Diagnosis. Now, since we don't have an existing diagnosis, we're going to go ahead and create a new one by clicking on Create a New Diagnosis. elementalClinic fills in today's date, so we can begin the diagnosis. For Axis 1, we can select primary, secondary, and tertiary, and we have a drop-down box that has all of the DSM-4 TR codes in it. Now, of course, if you're like me, and you haven't memorized all of the DSM-4 codes, you can use the search and manual entry box here. And I'm going to type in bipolar, and this will narrow down all of the DSM-4 codes to the ones that match the term that we put into that box. So I'm going to go ahead and select one of these here. And we would do the same for secondary and tertiary if necessary on Axis 1. Axis 2, primary and secondary, are the same. And Axis 3 and 4 are free-form text fields that we can put anything we like in there. We can add a global assessment of functioning value, and then also any comments that we want here at the bottom are also free-form. And at the very bottom, we click on Save Diagnosis, and that's all we have to do. We've just created a diagnosis in elementalClinic. We can go back and edit at any time if we like. And down the road, if we perform another diagnosis on this same client, we may find that it's faster and easier to just clone an existing diagnosis. Just by clicking on the clone button here, we'll duplicate all the information in the prior diagnosis. And of course, if we like, we can make some changes in here and modify the text, anything we want, anything we like here, and save the new diagnosis. And there we go. We have two diagnoses now. And that wraps up diagnosis in elementalClinic.